Hey everybody, welcome back to Wolf and Bark with Alex and Mark. I'm Mark.
I'm Alex.
I'm the owner of Noodle, a 45-pound husky.
And I'm the owner of Terry, a 8-pound terrier mix.
So if you watched episode 1, we talked about like day 0, the adoption, and kind of like the thrown into the deep end episode, if you will, of like instant dog ownership.
Yeah.
For you, it wasn't so instant. You knew this baby was coming home for like 2 weeks. Like the stork was coming.
Yeah, we knew.
Like me, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get everything. All of a sudden, we had a dog and we didn't have anything in the house, and we were like, what do we do?
Yeah.
So let's talk about week 1. And week 1 really, like all of a sudden. Like you remember being a kid, and every time you would like pass a toy store, you gotta be like, I gotta look,
Yeah,
I gotta see what they got.
I do that now.
And it's kind of like even the Grand Theft. I'll give it like the Grand Theft Auto analogy of like you don't know what's in there or beyond that bridge until you're able to pass it, and all of a sudden, like once you own a pet, you're like, what's in a pet store? And then you walk in, you're like, whoa.
Man, let me tell you, I try to stay on a budget, but there was no budget when it came to that week 1. Let's call it week 1. Because
you rescued a dog.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to say how much I spent on week 1.
I have to hold off because I really should get the accurate number, but I will say this. Remember, I got a dog and then couldn't take him with me.
Yeah.
So then I had about 2 weeks of like prep. So what we did was we went to like every store. Now, not only did we go to like all the Petcos and the PetSmarts and all of those things, we went to the TJ Maxx. We went to the Ross. We went to the Target. We grabbed every single dog item possible. And then we went above. We're like, well, you know what? 100 pee pads, not necessarily enough. We need to get a few more 100 packs of pee pads.
Good Lord.
Go on to toys. Go on to leashes. We got 3 different leashes, different harnesses. They're like, what if he doesn't like this one? So we were stuck in a world of
we could get into leashes for days.
Man. So we bought everything. What was the craziest in the worlds of buying and preparing, the most important thing, in my opinion, was the dog bed. Now, aside from crates and kennels, we have padding. We got him ready. Not 1, not 2, 3 different dog beds to choose from. 1 was too big, thus returned. 1 we kept, and it is now our working dog bed. And then 1 that he has never used, but for some reason, someone remains hopeful that he will use it. And it's like an igloo style dog bed.
Whoa.
Now, just a quick fast forward, and I hope we get to this one day, dogs in beds. Anyway, let's just say the beds aren't used as much anymore.
Okay. So, as I stated, like, our dog is not allowed in our bedroom. Mm-hmm. We have like a little like kid gate on our bedroom door.
Yeah.
Dog not allowed in the bedroom. Like, he has never gotten on the furniture. Mm-hmm. So that's also weird. Like how is this dog trained or whatnot? Dog bed. So when we got the dog, they gave us a Ziploc bag of kibble. They gave us 1 toy, and they gave us one of the kennels that breaks down that had like a thin bed in there. And there was like a $500 adoption fee. There was like the other stuff was an additional like 150. Like the kennel was like $50.
Is he chipped?
He's chipped.
Did they chip it? Sorry, did Wags?
He was chipped before apparently.
Got it. Okay.
And I still need to transfer that chip information.
Noted.
Marker. And then, so we had that. We immediately go to a Petco, and the wife is like, oh, if you paid for this and pay for that. So like I'd spent like roughly, we went and grabbed food. We wanted to get like a big thing and then like a bowl and this and this and this. So like day one, I walked out like I spent an easy $1,000 and that was me. And the wife was like, "I'll get the dog bed." I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm
And
remembering this now.
and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a good one." Like a good okay.
And
okay.
Noodle's mom has great taste, just for the record. But Noodle's dad also has competitive great taste.
So, and then she was like, "I'll get him a nice leash and a nice collar." Like my problems, this is the first time I've remembered the word collar. I keep calling it a necklace, and it drives my wife insane. Like, where the hell's his necklace?
Wait, you call your dog's collar a necklace?
Is it not?
It's not wrong.
It's a necklace. And I'm like, she's always like, he's gonna slip out of his collar. Like, what? Oh, his necklace. Okay. So like she spent that. So she went through and she was like, okay, so the kennel is not gonna stay for long. She's like, it's a big box, like, like in a month, he'll just be in a bed.
Mm-hmm.
Which you were at my house yesterday. That kennel is still there.
I think yeah.
So she found this one place and they're like based out of Detroit, and it was this gorgeous like boucle bed that was like 3 colors. It was like retro looking. It would match all the furniture.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, this would probably be really comfy. And she ordered it, and then it came, and this sucker was like $350.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, she can spend whatever she wants. Like I had already spent over like I had spent $1,000 on just getting him home with what he needs. And I was like, hey, if you're gonna like pamper the shit out of the dog, whatever. So we get the bed. It made its way here once, and I had let you know how much, and you were like,
gagging.
"Oh my God, what?"
Yeah.
Ultimately, my wife was like, "It's just not big enough. Like the dog likes laying out flat. He doesn't curl up in a ball as much, so it's like too short. He's gonna be uncomfortable." Meanwhile, this is like an incredibly plush bed. Like he could have been comfortable. Like to say it was not big enough was kind of silly.
First of all, this bed was big enough for me, man, and it was comfy as shit. Not that I ever laid in it while you were gone.
So we ended up returning that, and then it literally took another month before she bought a bed. It actually took a month because she bought it on a Black Friday deal.
Oh, gotcha.
And it was she was so worried about the length and the softness, and is it going to match the furniture? And I'm like, he just needs a place to sleep.
Yeah.
And like I think you got to see it last night. Like my dog likes to just mash his face against the cage, and I'm like, it doesn't matter what bed he's in. As long as he's on something soft, he's going to smash his face into the cage anyways.
That's so funny, man.
So we ended up getting the bed, and she got him this leash and collar. And the leash was this weird leash where like it cinches up, and it's 6 feet long and goes to your hand, and then you could open it up and you could put it around your waist.
Yeah.
And it's this like gorgeous evergreen, whatever.
Oh, I've seen it.
And the collar is the matching piece. Now the collar is this nifty like one tab pull, and it like the collar like instantly comes off.
Yeah.
But then like if you get it near it, it just automatically rights itself and like locks in, and it's like you're not breaking that.
Yeah.
Unless you can manage to pull that one tab in a certain direction.
It wasn't until that collar or those designs that you showed me that I realized how crazy, animal, let alone dog accessories can be. I had no idea the market was. I've always thought it was just PetSmart.
My first dog back in the early 90s, like that husky just had the collar that was like your belt and belt loops, and you just wrung it through the hole.
Yeah.
And like if it was real fancy, it had 2 prongs that went through 2
Oh
holes.
yeah, that makes sense. A nice little leather look around dog's neck.
Well,
yeah.
not even, I didn't have a leather one. It was a nylon one.
Oh, gotcha.
But like now they've got little like special tag tabs,
Mhm.
and then they've got little like
I've got an
slots for like air tags.
I've got the AirTag one for my dog
Okay.
right now. Yeah. And I think I told you, fun fact, you know, when you leave and your dog has an AirTag, your phone will notify you saying you left someone behind. And it always gets me, so I can't do it anymore. But yeah.
Oh, you turn off notifications. So if your dog really runs out, it's going to be like, yeah, I never got a note. I never got a text.
Yeah. But that's crazy. No, the dog beds and the leashes and the collars, necklaces are, you know, some of the immediate things you buy, I think, for any animal, let alone kind of forget about it over time. Yours, however, it's like an art statement. It was like an art piece. It is an art piece.
Again, I'm letting her do what she wants. My wife is a stylist by day, so she likes an aesthetic and she likes things to like, oh, this is how I envision this would look.
Yeah.
Like when we first got our dog, like it came with this the handkerchief or the bandana
Cloth.
and like she was like, thank God it was Halloween themed, because that's when when we got him. But she hasn't found the right bandanas to go with him, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm lucky. And, you know, maybe this is a topic for the next episode, but like Terry's wardrobe curated to perfection.
I have 2 raincoats, and we'll save wardrobe for the next episode.
I'm gonna bring them all in.
But yeah, so like the first week was trying to get the dog comfortable at home, and getting the bed was one of those things that was just like, it was such a headache.
Yeah.
And not by any means of the dog. Like the dog will sleep on the carpet. He will sleep in the kitchen. He will sleep on the balcony. He did not care about the bed.
That's hilarious.
But I have a great video on my dog's Instagram of when we finally got the bed.
And that's at Chicken Noodle Floof.
When we got the bed, he stepped in it, did the twirl, got comfy, and snored so hard.
Oh, man.
And there's a video on there of just how hard he is snoring.
That's so cool. That's so cool, man.
So it was like, great. He found the right bed.
That's great. And how much was that bed?
You know, it was $150.
All right. Okay. That's really not that.
But I will give it this. It is, I think it's Jackson Bones is the name of the company that makes it.
Mm-hmm.
The bed liner, like it unzips everything and you can wash it, and even the pillow in the center.
Look at you.
And it's like super, like he's got the bolster all the way around because he likes to just jam his head, his face in the side of it, and he loves how comfy it is. So like if I get him riled up, and like he gets the zoomies, he bolts to his bed and just like sits there, and it like, that's his space. That's like when you played tag in the neighborhood when you were young. Like it's clearly his home base.
I love that. I love that. I wish I could say we had maybe week 1 for sure. Terry was like about his bed because he was sleeping on the ground for so long. Who knows? But now that's not the case. And it was a quick phase where, you know, he was always wanting to be on our laps, and he always wants to be in bed with us. He's a good bed dog. So, you know, luckily I haven't had to spend more. But has he used the ones we have? No.
Oof.
Yeah. But I'm glad we're talking beds, man. I'm glad we're getting into this, because this is the stuff that I didn't remember. And this is the stuff that I didn't really plan for either. Dog in bed.
So we'll end on this. So like back in the day when I had a dog growing up, like my dad and we built a dog house, great dog house. That dog never had a bed. They had a dog house, and we had put like built it out of wood and the little like
Yeah.
like stereotypical doghouse. And we had carpet inside.
Yeah.
Just like the like rough, like the carpet you remember at your elementary school.
Yeah. Like it's not really carpet. It's like linoleum, but
yeah. And so we had that, and I was like, man, my dog never had a bed. Like it just wasn't a thing. Dog beds weren't a big thing in the like early 90s.
That's crazy.
And now like I have slept in worse places than my dog gets to sleep every night.
You know, man, high five to that. Honestly. High five to that.
Spoiled it.
Taking care of dogs day at a time.
All right. So that was beds.
Beds was good.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Beds was good. And we'll catch you on the next one.